toys to play with, some chocolate.
It's funny that you only win your secret bet, speak up.
Totally picked that, of course. Didn't say it out loud. No proof of me being an RNG fanboy. Viper and Queen of... Oh, the Anti-Mage ban finally does come out. We were wondering when it was going to happen. Well, here it is.
It's the same Radiant first pick as well. For Radiant second pick for RNG. All 3 games it's been the same, which is interesting.
Yeah, and it seems like that was that benefited RNG based on the first game, but come the second game, it's like, well, IG, they dealt with it. They figured it out. They won with OD. That was his first pick, first win. It's taking a long time on this ban, though. We'll see what they end up going for or looking to ban out.
I think they're thinking about like the whole Venge thing again here. Like, do they want to? I honestly, I would ban the Venge. I think that hero's been like, you saw how much it did last game just with the swap saves and everything. Never mind like the rest of the utility that it gives. I'd be very surprised if they didn't ban it out here on RNG.
You know, the Witch Doctor, I thought did well in that game. After all that time, I wanted to get picked. It's now 0-2,
Wow.
but I guess it is what it is. They banned the DK. They give up the Venge again. I'm very shocked at that, considering that was what won them the game at points. Like, if JT dies in a couple of those fights, the swaps come in. Like, I don't think you're winning that game if the swaps don't happen.
Who's gonna take the Mars is the question.
Not IG. They go to the Mirana. There's the Mars.
But now they're playing against Venge, so like even if somebody gets arenaed up and stunned up, like they can just swap them out still. Like this arena's nice, and like Mars is a good hero, but
you suppose they pick something we haven't seen yet again? Because they picked Lone Druid, then they picked OD. Like IG are in the runnings to pick something else that we haven't seen yet.
We saw a Zeus last game as well, I remember. Like,
yeah.
There's one for both.
Sand King, JT Sand King, what we've been begging for.
Sign me up.
So now the Anti-Mage and the TB are gone. Like, I don't want to say Monet doesn't have a big hero pool, because he does.
Yeah.
But he certainly overperforms with those two heroes.
Please ban a Morphling. Somebody. I don't want to see that hero in this series. Just at all.
Who do you want to see?
Sanking.
I should have just answered that myself.
Yeah.
I knew the answer.
I want to see a Naga, actually. We haven't seen a Naga today.
No. Well, we've only had 2 games.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen it then, have we? Or Void. Void could be good. For. Right. I mean, I guess against Venge, it's a bit wonky. But maybe they could go for it on
good
RNG.
For both teams. Yeah.
I don't think you want to pick Void Mars on RNG. It's a bit overkill, potentially.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
So a lot of those position 1s getting taken out of the pool.
I think Earth is going to be a big one for both the teams as well if it gets let through.
Yeah.
I think we might see this Ursa highly contested by both of them.
I mean, it wouldn't be too shocking, honestly. Taking a look at this stats.
This DOTA, potentially, for IG.
Move that window over to my main one.
Yeah, I wouldn't see minding seeing a DOTA as well. I think DOTA's a... I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's really fun. Oh, they banned Tide. Oh,
I mean, JT's played really well with that hero time and time again. It's honestly not shocking. I'm pretty sure he's 2 for 2 with that hero.
Yeah, he always finds farm on it as well, right? Like,
yeah,
it's not even just the ravages and the game impact and things.
We didn't really talk about the game impact of Helm of the Dominator he got.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a nice bridge item for him though. Like that's what we
Mhm.
keep talking about. Like it gives him armor, it gives him HP regen, it gives him stats. It's everything he tied wants. So not surprised. Oh, the PL goes as well. Wow. IG actually take it out themselves. So what's left in the pool in terms of cores? Like there's so many banned out now. Like that Naga's gone as well. I think Deuce is still being in the pool is really interesting for IG. They might look to try and head down that route.
Just trying to get some stats here for you.
Oh, hit me with the stats. Come on.
So what they go? They went the Bane for super.
Yeah.
IG have picked the Bane 4 times. They've only won twice with it. Surprisingly,
RNG.
no. Oh, sorry, RNG. They're 3 for 5.
Okay. 3 out of 5 or 3
Yes, 3 out of 5. 3, 4,
Okay.
5. And there's the Void that we were
Yeah.
talking about
Okay.
for IG. And they played
think
it
they were-
once. They won with it.
I
about
think
a
they're a
week
little
ago.
bit worried about the carries that are left in the pool.
Mhm.
And so they wanted to make sure they take theirs early in case like RNG pick it up and they don't have an answer to it.
So what they did with this last time is they went Arc Warden. So I could see them going and giving Emo the Arc Warden.
I could definitely see that as well here. Now that there's Wraith King being picked as well.
Mhm.
It's a little bit greedy though. I mean the Void and the Arc Warden.
Yeah.
It's a really good Wraith King game at the moment.
Mhm.
But yeah, potentially. What other? I mean, Ember's still in the pool as well. If they want to go for that, like they need some damage for this Chronosphere as well. At least Slight gives you that.
Wraith King for RNG.
How long is the Mars stun on the spear?
They played really well with that Wraith King from what I remember too.
So the stun duration at level 1 on Mars is 1.6 seconds. So if the Void's quick with his Time Walk, he can just Time Walk off the spear damage.
Need a mid here for RNG. I would say you get rid of maybe Ember and Void.
Yeah, I was going to say Void Spirit's still in the pool as well if they want to go for the double Void,
Yeah.
which allows them to get on top of the Phoenix and the Bane. Depends on what they feel is like more needed for them. Do they feel like they want to pick their mid here and then like flex this Venge till last overall? Or I'm thinking they're waiting to decide what they want to do about this Wraith King. Like, what's their answer?
Invoker. Emo Invoker.
Oh, this is really good. Because now they have
Whoa.
Chrono Cataclysm, like they can give him Alacrity. The EMP's insanely good against Wraith King. This is a crazy pick actually. They're gonna ban Lena for sure. I'll tell you that much.
Someone's excited.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching good Invoker players. Probably because I'm really bad at the hero as well. Let me give you my
I suck at
stats
that
on
hero.
Invoker. Hang on. It's incredible. I've played 135 games on Invoker. It's one of my most played heroes. I'm 53 and 82 with a raw 39.3% win rate.
At what point in playing that hero was that the point where you decided to give up?
Oh, I started playing it really early when I was like even worse at the game than I am now. And I was like, I love this hero. It's so much fun, but I could just never win with it.
Okay, so they got rid of the Brood, hoping to not get brooded.
Axe ban. Dude, JT Axe is actually pretty scary. I'd forgotten about that.
God, yeah.
Surely you ban the Lena here. Okay, TA's a good ban as well. I can get behind that. I think their bans are fine, even though they didn't ban the Lena. I wouldn't be surprised to see RNG go back for that. What about Abaddon?
For JT?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a save. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Purge is really good against Grip. Like, it lanes up okay with the Marana as well. I think they could go Tiny as well if they play it. But again, then it's more burst damage, which I don't think is necessarily the right play.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see them pick something that allows them to like fight all the time.
Just looking at stats here.
Like Underlord, maybe could be good.
Underlord could be really good. Pit of Malice is nice. Get that root from a long ways out.
If you really want to go crazy, you could go like Brewmaster or something as well. It's pretty good.
Undying. Offlane Venge?
Yeah.
Would they bother going offlane Mirana?
No.
Okay.
They'll play 3 Venge 4 Mirana. At least because we've seen LGD do this, and I think Vici did it earlier in the tournament as well. Where they did like the magic missile into the arrow is really nice. It's a great Undying pick as well. Like there's 3 strength heroes at the moment. Like the Tombstone gives them vision for the whole fight. Like it's going to make Mars' lane really difficult because he can't just like sit in the lane and trade against an Undying. I'm not sure how much I like Undying as a hero, but in terms of the
early
lane,
on, I think he can be pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
One of the things that I don't like with Undying though is he seems to fall off pretty hard.
he does, but at the same time, like the heal is always nice and the Tombstone's always nice. And there's some games where the Undying just wins you a lane. Like it reminds me of like Ench last patch. Like there's some games that it can win lanes as hard as that, almost as hard.
So need something last here, and it ends up being the Lina,
Yeah,
and that's what you wanted banned.
but I think their bans were fine, even though they didn't. Like, because who's to say that they wouldn't have just picked Brood or TA last, and then they look good as well, right? They probably look better than the Lina do. But I think this is like DD's comfort, and I think when you're in an elimination match like this, you give people
You
their
have to go
comfort
back to the
heroes.
comfort, and that's what they did with Ema. They gave him his comfort.
Like especially with how well he played it in game 1. I just
Yeah, I don't think
great.
it goes the same way though.
It depends,
I
because
don't
I think
know.
Lina does really well against Invoker. Not as good as against Ember, because obviously Invoker can keep the distance a little bit more, but I think Lina just trades really well. And if there's ever a rotation for like the Bane or something with a sleep setup into the LSA, especially at level 6, Ema just gets blown up.
Nothing was making, nothing would have made me happier than to see like offlane Undying all of a sudden happen.
Yeah. That would have been intense. I love offlane Undying. It's so fun to play, it's just not very good. Like
Well, you
my
just
Invoker.
go Ags early on Undying.
No,
Gosh.
just, you go like
Guardian
Vanguard
Greaves
Pipe
Ags.
and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Or like Guardian Greaves is good.
But having that Ags would have been nice. 3 strength heroes taking 10.
But I know Venge is just better at it, like building these aura ramps and things. And the aura stacking with Mirana in the off lane is really nice. Like, sorry, when I say aura stacking, I mean them both having the range aura effect.
Prepare for battle.
He's playing Exort Invoker.
Yeah, that's what he played.
He
He played Cross Exort in the last game he played him.
He played against Alina then as well, didn't he? Yesterday. And because he got the first blood, do you remember? And then he just died straight away afterwards.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was playing that.
It was game 2, so it was Aster.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it was Chuan, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember.
I'm
30
thinking about like
seconds to
who's
run.
coming mid, if anybody. Like Undying, I think stays in lane. He's stationary, but maybe the Mirana comes in and throws an arrow towards mid. Is it even worth it?
Dude, Flyman throws a football up the hill, and like they just split, and it goes between them. That's amazing.
What's a football?
The battle begins.
You mean a soccer ball? Soccer?
Don't start this with me.
The soccer.
I'm very passionate.
Go Seagull.
Do you mean soccer ball? Is that the
It's the Scotty version of soccer.
soccer?
Oh my god. Jeez.
I'd be interested to see how the Mars does up in this top lane, though. I feel like he's going to struggle, but I wonder how much he can get done.
He's not gonna have a lot of life. And Void actually hasn't skilled anything yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's going to wait to see if he needs the time walk out for a second. But when he's going to realise how much work the Undying's doing.
Yeah. 2 strength heroes feeling good. The Undying really should secure this lane quite a bit.
Yeah, but the Mars is still seeming to be doing okay. It's just, yeah, like, it's... The Void's going to get free farm up there.
It's the 400 health that you have that really makes you feel like, you know, things are iffy. That's for sure.
Felix is doing a good job, though, like, trying to take up some of the gold and things in the meantime.
Ooh, Venge. Dying bottom. Wow. And that's an off-lane Venge going down. Wraithfire Blast and the Brain Sap is enough to get it. Now they lose Ollie. But I guess Ollie comes back full health, full mana. But at the same time, like, 2 deaths like that
Look,
means that you're trying to dominate in.
Look at the mid lane B cup.
Mid lane, yeah, DD's doing it again. Ooh, almost breaks the Sal, but it wouldn't matter. He's full health anyway.
He's just pressuring the like Invoker to last under tower.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He's 12 and 6. Like, how does he do this? This is insane.
The question is, does he keep it up? Was Quas Exhort the right Invoker build?
I would have liked to have seen him go Quas Wex, but because I think the EMP is like really good against the Wraith King and things.
Mm-hmm. Well, he usually goes a mix of all 3, like quite a bit.
Of course.
Quite a bit early on. Oh, now just giving up Forge Spirit. Giving up that extra gold. Like, does the timing come down to Chronosphere Cataclysm? Like, even then, like, that feels so far away.
It does feel like last game a little bit. In that sense that they need to just carry on farming, right? Because Felix dead here, I think.
Time dilation, if he just gets 1 bash.
Ugh.
Just 1 bash.
He's only got 1 level in bash. So, very unlikely.
12%. Come on.
Didn't it used to be 15, 20... What was it? Used to be 10, 15, 20, 25, actually. So they've just made it less RNG based than it used to be.
Smaller percentages.
Well, I don't know, because at level 1 it's
less
better.
lucky. And then level 2, yeah, it's still better.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So that we've
seen
seen
a lot of damage. Icarus dive. Now decay, time dilation with the God's Rebuke. Another kill here. He just needs 1 bash, but he doesn't have the attack speed. Can't even get a bash if you can't right click.
Something I want to point out, by the way, before I forget, is we've been seeing a few different Wraith King seal builds so far this tournament, which is really interesting. Like, we've seen...
Oh, Kaka. And Emo might be dead too. Super certainly thinking about it.
Yeah, playing around those 4-minute runes. DD bottled up the regen rune. I think it got cancelled straight away.
This is a slaughter at the moment.
This would make a great
He's actually just owning. Like,
yeah.
on DD.
11 and 3. Again, Emo just getting beat. I did not expect this from Emo, because Emo is so good on this hero, but now he's got the EMP, so
he doesn't lose any mana
now
though.
DD. Well, he's out of mana, he doesn't have the bottle.
He didn't lose any mana because he used the Dragon Slave just before the EMP here.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there are 2k net worth up on this Radiant side. This Invoker's like same net worth as the supports.
That's really not feeling that great.
Radiant's bottom
So yeah,
tower
I want to go back to this
is
point.
under
The Wraith King skill builds we've seen. We've seen like 202 by level 4. We've seen like 121, which is what Monet did this game. We've seen 112. Like some people go like more points in Mortal Strike early on, like 113 and stuff. I don't know. It's interesting to see all the different ones.
denied.
Oh my god, that crit! JT's dead.
Venge is dead again.
Dude, the RNG. What a crit. It's crit against Bash this game, actually.
And Ollie might be dead too, yeah. Sunray on him, and he'll burn out. They also got the spear on the Fly. And this is hard for IG. I wasn't expecting this, a 6-0 to start. I didn't think the laning would be that bad.
This is a beatdown. This Undying has not worked out how they hoped. Like, he's not secured this lane at all. Like, the Mars has the same amount of net worth as the Void.
Yeah.
An easy shot.
Like, how do you come back from
It's
losing all
3K.
3 lanes? Yeah.
Actually, is he dead?
Void?
Oh, it's close.
He's got the time walk, but he's still standing in the Sunray. Icarus dive over. Ollie. I don't think I've seen him get one bash yet on Fly, but if he got one top, I
Mid lane as well?
didn't see it.
Oh,
They're gonna go after the Invoker. Kaka throws the arrow, hits a creep. It'll keep the two of them
Radiant's
alive
bottom tower is under
so
attack.
far, but
He used the Dragon Slave on the Nightmare, unfortunately. So they didn't get the damage to come through. I love to see that this Bane's rotating, though. Because now what happens is the Bane gets to, like, rotate around and try and find kills with the Nightmare into LSA, but it also frees up because the Moran has to match the rotation, so that now this Wraithian gets put in a 1v1 up against the Venge, and it's absolutely loving life. Like, he's just free farming away.
so you're down 3k already. Like, what kind of time and space here are we talking about here for IG that they're gonna need?
Well, they have this. It's not like it's. Oh, he is playing Crossbow X Invoker. He's just took an early point in Exor. Is that worth it? Surely that's like it's only 6 damage. I don't know. But yeah, like they need to just build time here, and this Invoker needs to make good rotations when he picks up his urn as well.
Tornado EMP with the cold snap. Just keeping DD honest here.
8-minute
And yeah, there for Kaka. We saw this double damage work out for him in the previous game.
And now Monet with the level 7, 4 points in the Mortal Strike just goes to jungle, and Bane gets level 6 bot.
Oh gosh, Royal Jelly for Radiant side.
Nice. I think you give it to the Mars though. Yeah, they do. Like the Wraithing doesn't need it.
Still 6-0. I guess they kind of sustained here for IG. They're not dying.
No, they're fine. But I mean, they're starting to make rotations now on RNG.
Radiant's bottom
This leader and
tower
Wraithing are
is
heading
under
up towards
attack.
top lane, and if they can find this arena kill,
Wow, 4 heroes here. And Laguna Blade, Wraithfire, Blast. No way he time walks away.
Oh, they
and the
fought
arena's
too
on a
long.
2. And they'll commit the Tombstone. LSA hits.
It's just
but
free gold.
What are they going to do? Yeah, it's just free gold at this
Radiant's
point. This
bottom
game might
tower is under attack. Dire's
Might be
middle
over.
tower is
oh,
under
they killed the
attack.
Bane bot. That's right. It's not. I mean, it's not over. Like,
It's not over, but you're down 4k like this. This is a lineup that can
Dire's top tower
make you
is under
pay
attack.
heavily, and you're just not getting anything on your Invoker.
yeah, I mean, like
Radiant's
Lena's
bottom
2k
tower
net worth
is
up on the
under attack.
Invoker.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And I love that they're not just happy with like farming up and winning all 3 lanes to where they are. Like they want to push their advantage,
Radiant's bottom
and because they
tower
understand
has
they have
fallen.
better heroes early on here.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has
Like this
fallen.
Void's too slow. Like he doesn't do anything at the moment. He has Mask of Madness, but he has no treads. So like he's still farming up not quickly at all. He's just going to have to chill in the jungle.
Emo hoping to grab this 10-minute
Nightmare
rune.
onto Invoker.
We've got the spear. I'll just push him away. Haste picked up by Kaka. Tornado's a big whiff from Emo.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Now
Yes,
Monet coming
Monet.
around the back. They've got the EMP. So Monet needs to be just a touch careful.
Oh,
Oh,
he has
crit.
wand. He has wand. It's fine.
He's also got that armlet. Oh my god.
Dire's middle
He's farmed
tower
as well.
is under attack.
JT's the most farmed on IG.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Time is money.
Is he? He's not going Helm of Dom on the bench. Okay, he's going drums instead.
Who can you swap in?
Dire's
Swap
middle
in
tower
Mars, and
has
like
fallen.
that's not going to be great for you.
Oh, Chrono, what? Onto Felix.
Yeah, it's onto the Phoenix. They'll get the kill. Flywind comes over. There's the arena. Wi-Fi walks out of it. Moonlight Shadows use it to waste an arena and a pick off there for IG. That works out in their
They
favor.
see JT though. Oh, do they?
And-
Oh, they do. Yeah, yeah. They have the sentry down.
Yeah. But Tombstone committed. They've got the swap. A kill on a DD's massive, and they got him. Tornado will drop him down, and they'll get the kill. They've got the swap now on a Flywind who doesn't have an arena. God's Rebuke, Ice Wall in. IG all of a sudden a resurgence. And they want to say, B-Cop, you say GG, we say...
Three.
What are you doing?
You say
Why are you
GG.
saying GG?
You say GG. We say Scardy. It almost rhymes.
Scotty, Scotty, Scotty.
That was, yeah, I mean, really good fight though for IG. Like, they find the pickoffs like one into the other, like it's 1 by 1, right? And they group up as 5 for the first time. And like we said, these earn charges from the Invoker are so important. Like, he needs to be making sure their early rotations are working out, and they just do there. And all of a sudden, he's finding his way back into the game here. So, I assume he's going for, yeah, he's going for Midas. I think
Dire's
he has
top
to try and
tower is
recover
under
here.
attack.
And this is what we saw him do before.
You two, follow me.
Tornado out. EMP, Laguna Blade used. Get the kill on Ollie. They lose the Undying. But this is something like with the Undying that I know is like he's worth a tombstone, and that's about it right now.
Yeah, it's not doing a huge amount, is it? Like, he's not even level 6. It's 12.5 minutes into the game. Which, considering how much XP kills give now, probably not a good place
So
to be.
Phoenix going first item
Dire
axe.
are scanning.
Okay. I don't mind this, though. I think this is fine. Like, you want to be able to save people with the egg as well from the Chrono and stuff. The main problem is, like, can you keep the egg alive in the Chrono? Because, like,
Especially if
there's
you pull someone
this
in.
Mirana coming down and stuff as well. Like, with the leap attack speed. Like, 100 attack speed at level 4 leap is pretty crazy.
So Emo, he's sitting level 10. Still a long ways behind this Lena, but I will say the Void is the one that's catching up.
He's doing really well. I mean, this Wraithing's still just farming away, though, right? Like, he has the Split Snuckles as well. He's going for the Shadow Blade soon, and they might look to try and make rotations around that Shadow Blade then. I really hope Lena doesn't go Shadow Blade as well. I kind of hope she goes for, like, BOTs or something again. I don't want to see them double up on these Shadow Blades. They have the Yules mid if they can find Firefly. Yeah. It's well read, though.
Easy shot.
Firefly
Still
knows
heading towards top.
something's up here.
They're all here.
Oh, the dive
Tornado
got
on
used.
onto 4. And the arena. Swap, Monet. He's been spotted. Tombstone's down. Chronosphere on the back lines. They get the kill on the Phoenix. They look over at Monet. He's got no mana. He's in a lot of trouble. The LSA as well as the Laguna Blade comes in. They get the kill on the Firefly. They lose Monet. So it's a trade for your 1 positions. Undying survives. Kaka on the run. That goes pretty well for IG. Would have loved to keep Firefly alive.
They have another swap here, though, on Venge as well. They really want to get the extra bit of catch.
Oh, they need to catch him. He's just not fast enough. I don't think you want to turn around, Fly, when you already used your arena.
Fuel for my
Yeah, Monet didn't
fire.
have enough 1 charges to keep him alive, to give himself enough mana for the reincarnation. Yeah, I think he was sitting on 8 or something. So he just died. Like, they realised that he wanted 1 charges, so they should just stop using spells and just clicked him down. It was really well played. And this is why I wanted to see the Quasex Invoker, which is why I was so worried that he was building Exort before. Because this EMP is so valuable. They find Emo, though.
Invoker, Yules, and the
the
LSA,
arrow
but
misses.
Tornado, how does he get that off? Supernova used, and now they need to focus.
Oh, what a
This egg
stun!
stun comes in, and the egg still pops. They get the kill on Ollie. They'll kill off
Oh
JT.
my god.
2 for 1. Kaka low, and DD's not going to chase under the tower.
If
No
that
way.
LSA had kept the egg alive, I'd have lost my mind.
It was close. It was for sure close.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
DD loses his courier to the illusion.
Ooh.
I guess off cooldown in just a couple of seconds. Void, meanwhile, he's got the extra attack speed from the Blitz Knuckles.
Yeah, I like these casual Blitz Knuckles. Like, they feel really good. It's like really value attack speed, and they build into MKB and stuff later on. So if you just want to like build this early casual Blitz Knuckles now to help you your farm speed, it's still really good because you're going to be using it later at some point anyway for the MKB.
So Ag's next for Emo.
Regeneration.
He's got the Void on his team, wants the Cataclysm.
I think the second he gets this, you get caught in a three-man chrono, like even a two-man, like
Radiant.
I don't know. Every chrono seems pretty deadly at that point. They've got the scan on Emo though. Question is, can they make their way in on this? And there's the Icarus dive. They've got dust.
The wrong way.
They go the other way.
Oh no! It looked like they were like always zoned in on him there, like they could see him, but yeah, just ran the wrong way, unfortunately. And Emo's actually found himself really well back into this game again. Like,
yeah, he's only 1,600 behind the Lina now, but he's slowly pulling it back. And he's going into this Ags. Midas is up in 10 seconds, so give me the minus gold.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
nice sign for the Wraith King.
Structures are fortified. Dire are scanning.
So similar to what we saw in the first game. A little bit of shaky laning phase. Back
Dire's
up.
top tower is
Try
under
to catch up. Farm. Maybe take a couple of 5-man fights. And they're going to go for the tier 2 top. But again, similar script where they let that go. And then they took a fight and won.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They have Chronosphere available. Okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Is it Sanjin Yasha for Fluffy?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
For the casual
Radiant
Blitz Knuckles?
structures are fortified.
I assume he's going to go Halberd because he's against Lina and Wraith King, and it's like really good against both of them. But I don't know if he goes. He'll probably do the disassembling thing if he does. He could just go. Yeah, okay, he's going to go SMY. Like, the status assistance is still really good up against like all this like stuns and the grip as
Arena?
well. Talking about
And the Fiend's grip.
Dire's top tower is
What, the swap?
Oh, he takes the damage back off.
is
GT.
under attack.
He needs to try and run.
Oh, no.
Dahlia right there. And now they're going to go for this egg. Chronosphere is used. They've got the control. They'll get the kill. Lina's in trouble now. The leap forward. There's the Yules. Can they get the kill on Didi? Arrogant.
Monet, though.
Kaka's a god.
Look at Monet
Goes
top
after
lane.
Super, and all of a sudden you're losing your tier 3. You're losing your Rax. Triple kill for Fly, though. Is this worth it for Monet?
No,
I mean,
it's-
yeah, the tier 3 is gone, but
Radiant's middle
is the
tower
value
has
there?
fallen.
I mean, it's a really big pick off now because if they like win one fight up on this top side of the map, RNG can just like push and win the game, or like sorry, not win the game, take a set of racks. But I know that fight was so awkward. Like it looked amazing, but again, this is the value of the Venge pick that we're seeing. Like I don't understand how this hero keeps getting let through with how good it is.
Ags in 1,300.
And when this Chrono Cataclysm comes out, everybody's dying. Like everybody that gets caught in Chrono is losing their I say their first life at least because there's a Wraith King. But
JT, he's been spotted. Monet chasing. They've got the Moonlight Shadow. There's the Blink with the God's Rebuke. They'll hit the spear, and they will get this kill. Sentry was down. They'll also finish the illusion off.
I think can they go into Roche with this now? Potentially.
Tornado EMP doesn't land.
They get the outpost as well just before 20 minutes. Mid lane.
Chronosphere in 70. Not a lot of time, but they'll get the Spear Laguna Blade.
There's no save.
They have the Time Walk just on the edge, but the Nightmare is there. Time dilation used. Sunray comes in. They get the stun for the Wraith Fire Blast. They'll still finish off Fly. They'll look for Kaka, who will leap away. And now the attention goes under the tier 2, but that's when you don't have that swap. Just
I love this from RNG though. Like they understand that because they lost the fight before, and they still took the the tier 3 and stuff, but there's no
Dire's
Chrono
middle
anymore.
tower has fallen.
So, like that's without the big team fight on IG. Like they missed their like huge initiation, Because like if you look at the rest of their team, their lockdown is so weak. They're really reliant on this chrono to take fights. So that they understand, even though they just lost a fight on RNG, they can just go again. Like there's nothing to worry about. And now he has Silver Edge on the Wraith King, which is so good up against not only the Void, but the Venge as well. Because if you kill the Venge in the Silver Edge duration, it breaks her and stops the illusion from spawning.
The wages of fear.
And if you can get the Silver Edge effect on the Void as well, it stops him from having the bash up for a little while, which is nice.
Did I feel a cricket? What a bounty!
That turns it into an 8,000 net worth lead. Emo desperately needs this Ags, and feels like his farm has slowed down a bit.
I dropped.
God, Monet.
Sorry, I'm back.
Monet, 12,000 net worth, and there's the Ags finished for the Phoenix, but level 2, 10 attacks needed. Very doable, but we'll see.
I really want to see them get this combo off on IG, like to like full effectiveness. It just feels like there's so much pressure on Fly.
And if you can alleviate that with the Ags, then it would feel much better. JT, he's
the problem
going
is
into Deso.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind that too much. They need more damage. Like this is the problem. Even if you get this Cataclysm, it's great with the Invoker Ags, but it puts even more pressure on the Void to hit a good chrono.
Yeah.
Because he has to hit the good chrono so they can get this Cataclysm effect.
Radiant are scanning.
Both teams smoked. Both teams on the opposite side of the lane. Time walk forward. There's the arena. They get the swap immediately.
Arena.
After Flywin, JT goes after DD. Now they've gotten themselves the chrono with the stuns. There's the Cataclysm. Bye-bye, DD. But Monet, he's the one you need to worry about. You have the disarm with the deafening blast onto the backlines going after the
Nice
Bane.
arrow.
He won't survive. They get the kill there on a super. They'll take the first life out of the hands of Monet, and now that's where their focus will be as they kill him off a second
And they got
time.
the +1.
Flywin, now they've got the swap. They'll get the kill. 4 heroes gone. Buyback used by Bane. Nobody dies on IG.
Did he miss the spear on Flywin when he blinked in? Because I feel like he dropped the arena and then nobody got stunned. I didn't actually see what happened, but insanely good fight for IG. The fact they get the Lina first is the most important. Like,
Yeah.
we said the pressure was on the Void, but yeah, as long as he gets the right Chronosphere, which he did that fight, then they lose so much damage on this Radiant side when the Lina's dead.
Roshan has
And like, look at all the sentries that are down Dire's side. Like, this is what I mean. They get so much value because there's a Shadow Blade on the Wraithing and the Lina now.
Yeah. I don't think they got the Laguna or anything. Like, the damage was just gone.
Yeah,
And the fact that they kill Monet twice is fantastic.
They have to be patient now, though, because although they have the Aegis, they need this
Dire's
Chronosphere to
bottom
fight.
tower is under
Like,
attack.
Yeah.
you have to be so
Radiant's top
patient.
tower is
Like, just
under
don't throw
attack.
away this massive, like, way back into the game you found.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What's the
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Cataclysm cooldown?
Dire's structures are
I
fortified.
think it's like 100,
Radiant's top
80,
tower
in my
is under
head,
attack.
the number that comes into mind is like
Radiant's
80 or
top
100
tower has
seconds. I
fallen.
don't know why. I'm gonna Liquipedia it quickly.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Losing buildings here. TP back into the fight. They've got the dust used, and now the arena comes in. But this doesn't look great for Fly when they have the Fiend's Grip on a
Egg's
Fly
gonna go
Fly.
off,
Those
though.
throw the Wayfire Blast, and now they've got themselves the Supernova. They'll get the kill on a Fly Fly, and that's exactly what they were talking about. As they'll get the kill there on a not one but two. They still don't take out the Bane, and Aegis is on the Invoker. Fly Fly gets Fiend's Grip. This is the fight that you didn't need to take.
I don't know why they
cooldown for another 12 seconds.
I don't know why they feel like they have to defend their tier 2 there. Like, it's so unnecessary.
Dire's bottom
And now
tower
you
has
might
fallen.
be forced to buy back on the Void.
Yeah, they're gonna go for this. Like, they're gonna
This
try
is
and at
a
least get
rough
the tier
go,
3.
though.
Dire's
Tornado just misses as well. Like I said, they at least get the glyph here, which is good.
But you give that advantage, like that timing right back.
Cataclysm cooldown's 90 seconds, so it's halfway between what I said.
Easy shot.
Nice. So technically, that was the most right I could have been. Nice.
And now he's going satanic, but I don't know. And he swapped to MKB.
I really think he needs a BKB on the Void, which is why I was surprised that he was going for this SMY when you mentioned it before. It's like this arena is obviously he can jump out the arena, it's nice, but like there's egg to worry about. There's this Linus like constant like poke damage coming through with the stuns and things. Problem is, even if he builds BKB, there's still grip. So I kind of understand why he's done it, but like there's no easy solution either way. But I think you have to like go for the BKB and hope that somebody can stop the grip or like save you with a Venge swap or something. Because they can't like just Venge swap for an LSA stun. It's not the same.
And Agzag came in clutch too, and they weren't able to kill it.
Top lane Emo's getting... Oh, they have a sentry now. Okay.
Massive Pitus. There we go.
Nice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Are you
attack.
surprised he didn't upgrade this urn?
No.
Double damage.
I think it's just... It works really well with the Cold Snap, but to commit to Vessel is so, like...
Are they gonna go for Monet?
Dire's
Is it
top tower
worth...
has fallen.
And Moonlight Shadow. Okay, so Wraith Fire Blast comes in. They've got the break onto the Void, but now throw the magic missile out. And they're gonna keep up with Monet. There's the arena down.
Fly-Fly's in
Spears up
trouble.
the Void, and Fly time walk away. First life gone from Monet. That was Monet using the BKB too. That was a 10-second BKB, and now he's just dead. He comes back to life. Like, that's problematic. They'll get the Chrono, Cataclysm, and... Oh! Did
get
they
the save?
save?
Oh, he's dead anyway.
Oh. That was almost... He had a sliver of health, but they were around it, and they get the kills onto 4.
They managed to get the arena in and pin the Fly to the wall, but they pinned him to the far side of the fight so that nobody else could get in to follow up with any more damage. Yeah, and like you said, the Wraith using the BKB on the first life, I think, was really...
Towards the end, too.
Yeah,
he died,
like-
like, just getting into that. But again,
Radiant's
IG,
bottom tower
can they win
has
the third
fallen.
time?
Right, guys. Chrono's up in 120 seconds, so
Radiant's middle
you
tower
can push
is
until
under
they're
attack.
alive, but
But then back up.
you need to be patient. Like, he's going for Satanic, by the way, on the Void. I think he's changed his mind.
Top. LSA Laguna Blade with Dragon Slave. Emo thinking about coming in, but creeps die.
Radiant's middle
Nice kill, though,
tower
from
has
DD.
fallen.
Like, get what you can on the map at the same time while they're taking a tier 2. And I love this Aether Lens pickup. I think this is really important because you saw how difficult it is for him to try and commit to the fight when he can't reach. And he's probably wishing he'd taken the cast range talent as well at level 10, but I mean 75 cast range versus 30 damage. You know, one of those talents sounds a lot better than the other.
Solar Crest minus armor. That's going to be good.
They smoked up it. They want to fight while the Chrono's down. But
Yeah,
IG,
they've got another minute.
IG going to know this is happening.
back
Like, they fought him for this trick once.
twice.
Twice, yeah.
Fool me once, you know? Fool me
Radiant's
twice.
bottom tower is under attack.
Lovely.
The problem that RNG have is that they need to be able to stop this combo from coming off, right? So they want to be able to go on the Invoker first, or even the Void first, before he gets Chrono off. It's always this swap save. So it doesn't matter who you go on, as long as JT's in the right position, it's like... It's a really difficult position to be in for RNG. And I wonder if they start building like Aeon discs and things on the Radiant side at some point to try and help with it.
Dagon for Lena going the blap blap.
Like Dagon.
Yeah.
Okay, for one, that's weird. Two, isn't it Dagon? Who's... Right, chat. Dagon versus Dagon. It's a new one. Are you sure it's not Dagon?
Dagon.
Dagon. It's Dagon.
Is this like Abaddon, Abaddon?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I guess it is. Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to incite conversation from Twitch chat, from their massive intellectual brains that they have.
One for Dagon and 2 for Dagon.
Yeah.
There's no E.
No, 1 for Dagon, 2 for Dagon.
So Emo, by the way, he's going Lincoln's next. I'm a big fan of that. I think the Lincoln's going to be huge for him. And they've got the Chronosphere as well as the Cataclysm. Now, the Sentry's down, though. So Monet spots this. He spots Emo coming over. Ooh, Courier. Yeah, can't send that. Wraith Fire Blast.
Nice
Tombstone committed. Interesting.
Like, but I mean, Ollie wants to
Easily
cover
back.
himself in case there's a fight there. So, like, this is fine though. They'll just wait.
smoke.
They'll reset. Oh, they're smoking. Okay, this is really good.
Have I for this?
They really need JT, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, JT tanking the gank, but he's a 3 venge, not a 5 venge.
He's so scared to walk up to the high ground though on the Wraith King because they don't know if they have vision there or not. Like, you can't just walk under there if they have a Ob Sentry combo, which they've just put down afterwards. So you can understand that.
Halberd. That could be big.
I mean,
Void,
it's...
okay, so Void finished the MKB and then went back for the Satanic.
Oh, he did finish the MKB, right? Okay, I thought he just changed his mind, but
Yeah.
oh, he's pretty farmed though.
Yeah, he's catching up, man. And so is Emo. He finishes his Lincolns. He's in a really good spot. 6 charges on the urn. This is going to be a fight near Roche, Aegis Cheese. Like, this is big. Big timing. Smoke comes in from the side of IG. All these couriers. Anything on them? No. Killing 2 would be nice. They're going to go for Monet on this. They've got the swap. And now he gets invis. It's not going to matter. The first fight's already gone.
They can just drop the Chrono.
They
if they
bring
want
in
as well.
Flywin.
Yeah.
There's the Chrono Cataclysm. Oh, but the Supernova save. Can they get
They got the grip as well.
Fiend's grip. Oh, it's gonna go. Now they're in trouble.
Oh
they get the
my
kill on a
God.
Fly. Kaka's gone. They've disarmed JT. They're gonna chase this Venge, and they just don't get it all down. This should have been perfect for IG. They got the first life out of the hands of Monet so quickly. But RNG, Felix with the save, and not only that save, but super on this Bane all tournament. He has been so good, and now this is Roche for RNG. And Chrono is down for so long.
The positioning of the supports there was crazy. It's insane. And although it looked really weird from the Mars at first, because Fly was just in right, like I think he tried to get the halberd off, but the Chrono came out because they don't get it on either of the supports. It just freely allows them to get their spells off, and they know to be caught by Chrono, which, just like we said, it's all their catch on the Dire side. And now all of a sudden they don't have Chronosphere up, and they have the Aegis on Monet, so they start trying to take this here. This is so good, like Arena as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh my
is under
God.
attack.
Oh, Monet's TPing away. On a side note, I will say I'm really surprised they didn't try and give the Aegis to the Lina. Like, I feel like Wraith King already has his 2 lives, right? And when you're playing against this Chrono Cataclysm, why would you not give the Aegis to your other core? So they can have a second life as well. I can't wait for the double zap though.
The blap blap.
Radiant are scanning.
Prize is mine.
In full duration. Fiend's grip there on a fly. It's like he needs Lincolns.
Chat's just caught up with the Dagon argument, and it's an absolute mess. Wait for the 1s and 2s.
Couple apologies because they know I've lost.
1s or 2s? Mine was 2. Looks like... Oh, I don't know. It's pretty close. It's much closer than I thought.
They
it
kill
would be.
Lena. Oh,
okay.
GG. Sunstrike. No.
Oh god, we're so close. Right, all those who said 1, you're wrong. I bet you're all the Americans, and all the people who said Dagon are the Europeans.
Dude, it's 5:22 in the morning. Americans are sleeping, except for me.
Americans don't sleep.
They haven't exactly pressured this advantage so much. Chronosphere is available. They're still fighting in
Radiant's
a
bottom
lot
tower
here. They need to
is
kill
under attack.
Felix. He feels like he's been the problem every game. Tornado. Swap. He's in pretty deep.
Is under attack.
And
Yes,
they were able to
3.
blow him up last time.
He has 3 lives though. Like,
Yeah, but look at
Okay.
this. And now he's
That's
got
the
1 life. Now he's got 1 life. Chrono. Oh, it's just onto the Phoenix. Now the spear hits. And they get the kill. But look at that. Firefly just gets blown up. Absolutely blown up with the blap blap. Oh my god. Dual wielding the damage like that is disgusting. Monet's about to jump back in. He wants to get the kill on Akaka, and without Firefly, what do you
double
do?
crit! The double crit from the...
Dire's
Hits him with the double
structures are
dunk.
fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was for you, Americans.
Is this game just over?
Dire's middle
I have no
tower
idea why they
is
didn't go on the Wraith King for the 3rd life. Like, I understand they want to get the backlines to stop the egg and things, but...
fallen.
Like, you have the Wraith King just sitting right in front of you, like, right in front of your tier 4s and stuff.
There's the BKB doing a lot of damage here on a Flywin, but they have the Supernova. And then they'll just take a tier 4.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Monet's got a 2nd life, and he'll use it. Look over at Ollie. They still don't have Void for 14 more seconds. Undying by his back. They're just trying to finish it. Nightmare, Wave of Terror. Can they get the kill onto the Bane? Yes, they do. BKB's pop. Can they disarm him? Can they do anything? They'll go
They're
for
going
the
for it.
ancient.
They're going for it.
And can they finish it? Yes, they can. RNG eliminate IG. With Void never respawning after dying to the blap blap.
I have no idea why they
Super
didn't
S.
go on the Wraith King for his 3rd life. Like, are they not confident they can kill the egg? Because the problem is, like, they drop the Chrono in, but it means the Void